They're going to come through. Maya on the tawny cart, Bella on the bright yellow cart, not sure what it is.
Oh, 23's had a problem on throwing. They got
23.
They've got a green as well.
They go green. So we are racing, and
so
Bella,
Zach Kane is
down to fourth.
Out. Zach Kane out with an all up plug. Let's go back to the racing. Oh, and straight in the backside. Ellis Dealey has.
Yeah, Ellis Dealey coming up to the back end of Daniel.
No, it's Maya Simpson.
No, is it Maya Simpson?
Yes, in the 96, the Tony car. Came up and used the back of Daniel Hartley as a brake.
And Bella Fairclough has gone through as well.
So, ladies are second and third.
Maya Simpson right on the bumper of our leader, Daniel Hartley, and Bella Fairclough. We've seen how much pace Bella Fairclough on that yellow cart has had through the superheats. She's been able to come through from 20th and has gone through into the top 10. She finished 4th in the second superheat. So what is she going to do now that she started at the front?
Well, she is obviously up against people who have similar pace. Both Maya Simpson and Daniel Hartley have looked the fastest throughout this, today, because yesterday was completely different, it was wet, but look at, tell you what, Maya is a rear wheel locker. She was rear wheel locking in the last heat as well. She's obviously very happy to control a cart that's locked up and not necessarily in control.
What's not helping with that, of course, is we are only on lap 2, so those tyres aren't up to their optimum temperature and pressure, so they will lock a little bit easier than what we'll see as this race progresses. I expect Maya to completely prove me wrong now and continue to lock our axle
every single time
up into Christmas corner right the way to the end of this race.
So Dan Hartley's trying to get away, the young man from York. In his third year of racing, even though not the 6 years we surmised earlier.
Well, potentially you could be in this category with 6 years of karting experience if you started when you were 6.
Exactly.
But Daniel's been racing. He's got 2 seasons under his belt, and he's starting off on his 3rd season of karting. And you know what? He's very good at it, isn't he?
He's beginning to gap. He's putting the gap in. The battle now is 2nd and 3rd. It's the ladies affair between Maya and Bella. Oh, actually,
that's Ellis Dealey down 16 on the number 16.
We've got a slight weirdness in the timing. It's all right. Bella's in 3rd, not 4th.
All right, okay. Take no notice of the timing board on the television screen.
Just the 3rd and 4th round the wrong way. You can take notice of the rest of it.
Yes, yeah. The leader is very much so Daniel Hartley. Kart, who is on the move though, as they come through. Fastest lap of the race was Maya Simpson in 2nd. This time through, though, it's Ellis Dealey. Ellis Dealey, purple, 46.9. First of the drivers, not quite the first, as Daniel Hartley put in a 46.985. 46.939 for Ellis Dealey. So the pace at the front of this field, very, very hot indeed. And I get the feeling, that Bella Fairclough there on the yellow cart is just playing a waiting game here. And there she goes. No, she's waited no longer.
She gave up waiting, because the reason you're not going to wait because Hartley's getting away.
I know, and I think that's what exactly Bella was thinking. I've waited long enough. If you're not going to catch Daniel Hartley, I'm going to go off after him. So it's Daniel Hartley.
Risky.
Let's see what the gap is, Nick. Crossing the line now. It's 0.8 of a second. So we'll keep an eye on that gap.
Yep.
And we'll see if Bella Fairclough on that bright yellow cart can catch the white and blue cart.
So it was the dive in to Chapman we've seen a few times, just went for it. Does mean you lose a little bit of momentum down the back straight, but not enough to be repassed. But now the battle really is, can she bridge the gap? And if she does bridge the gap, she is going to drag both Maya and Ellis with her.
Well, she's not though. Look, she's leaving Maya Simpson behind, and Ellis Dealey, who's catching Maya Simpson. That might be a challenge for that 3rd place, the 3rd and final step of the podium. If anything, Bella looks like she's catching Daniel Hartley. We were talking to Daniel, weren't we? And he said, who do you think, where's your competition come from? Well, it's 6/10. It's he's lost 2/10. And Bella Fairclough, 46.3 for Bella Fairclough. We're not going to need the timing screens very shortly to tell us what the gap is, as she's about to approach the rear bumper of Daniel Hartley.
The question obviously is, can Ellis get past Maya, and in doing so then bridge the gap himself? This is the joy of these 10-minute finals. You've got a bit of extra time. We're not halfway yet by any means.
That's true.
And we've seen a lot of tactic. But the most noticeable thing now is that Fairclough, easily the fastest person on the track at this point, at
Absolutely.
5 minutes through.
And she's caught him. She's caught Daniel Hartley, the leader. He's been the chap to beat, the boy to beat all weekend. Bella Fairclough being the girl to beat, it seems, on pace.
But not in the way.
And now she gets onto the rear bumper. Look, she's not there because she's over your left shoulder, Daniel. He's going to have to be very wary. The sun beginning to set here at Whilton Mill on round 1 of the Kart Championship with beautiful lighting here. Gives it that lovely spring feeling.
Hartley's done a lot of leading, Joe, and he hasn't had a lot of passing to be done on him. He's managed to stay ahead. He's managed to be in the right. But no, as I say that,
down the
he's
inside.
Passed and,
down the inside.
Faircluff hits the lead, but now will she be able to gap Hartley? Hartley is now getting the advantage of following, and he can sit behind her for a couple of laps at least, see what she can do. But Faircluff, I think it's a surprise of no one, given the pace she had certainly in Superheat 2, has found a way to the front. So
she takes the lead, and we'll see if Danielle Hartley can respond. At the moment, she's pulled out about a kart's gap into Christmas Corner then for the 8th time. Into and out of that section there, through the left-hander, now into Winkelman's, using all the curb. Down the hill towards Ashby. Turning right, letting the kart breathe across that exit curbing. And now heading towards the left-hander at Parker. Here is Bella Fairclough. If anything, Nick, I think she is pulling out a bit of a gap.
Yep, she's gone past and she's had the pace. If he's got anything left in the tank, this is when it needs to come out. You can't play silly tactics, you just got to go hell for leather. And there's a couple of parts of the track he looks a little bit quicker. So it looked a bit quicker going into the boot complex, and he's closer than he was half a lap behind. But then I think this, as the carts stretch their legs, that's when Bella has the advantage.
Bella has just put in a purple lap time, 46 dead for Bella Fairclough. She extends the gap to just under half a second. And if anything, that you can visibly see that now on the screens and out here on the track. Bella Fairclough on that bright yellow kart goes away from Danielle Hartley. The battle, if anything, we're going to see change is the battle for the final step of the podium.
Yeah, let's
just drop back to Maya Simpson and Ellis Daly, please, Paul.
I'm not quite sure what order they're in, actually, because they were side by side going up towards Christmas Corner.
I think there's been a change.
I think you're right. No, yep, 16 Ellis has got through. Ellis is through from Maya. We said finally the timing bar on the right-hand side will be entirely correct, as they will be in the correct rotation. They're 3 seconds back. And Maya has dropped to 4th. Now, I don't think this is necessarily anything more than she can now perhaps catch him back up again. Both orange helmets. It's the full green-white pinstripe Tony kart of Maya.
Did you notice she proved me wrong there?
Yeah, of course.
Still locking the rear end up.
There we are, you see.
Blue smoke from the tyres.
I don't think she's very chuffed about losing that position. There's kind of a real aggression in the body language of the kart there. She wants to try and get past. Now, I think we've got back markers playing in ahead, I believe. I'm not quite sure how.
Well, just under 2.5 minutes.
I think Oscar Pitt and Finley Hands have had a problem and they've rejoined the track.
Just under 2.5 minutes. We're coming up to 2 minutes now. And back markers are going to come into play, certainly for this battle for 3rd place. They're going to catch him, hopefully on the straight, and make short work of getting past, not be delayed too much. And who did you say that Oscar Pitt?
That's Oscar Pitt, yeah, in the 85.
Number 85.
But that's not because he and one other car have had an issue and been off track and come back again, because he went from being 14 seconds off the lead to 46 seconds off the lead in a lap.
Down the inside at Ashby.
Oh, only one. Oh, no, Oscar, you need to be given a little bit more space. Perhaps may have not been aware there were 2 karts coming. Lead last time round was half a second for Fairclough over Hartley. They'll be crossing the line. We're currently watching these two, but they'll be crossing the line soon for the first 2.
Hartley actually lapped quicker than Fairclough that time and pulled back a couple of thousandths. That's not much to write home about, I know. But so Danielle Hartley
lost the 10th that time.
Has lost a bit of time there. Yeah, because the back markers, I think, it's how they're getting through the back markers. They've got a back marker in between them, haven't they?
Oh, that's going to be frustrating.
Yeah. Battle for 3rd, looking settled, if anything. Ellis Daly looking very comfortable in that 3rd spot now, with Maya Simpson being unable to respond at all. We're inside the final minute, so it'll be 2 more laps to go when the leader comes underneath us. Bella Fairclough just going into the boot now as we continue to watch that 3rd and 4th place battle. That's kind of settled down in favour of Ellis Daly. So 2 more laps this time. 30 seconds on the clock by the time Bella Fairclough comes through next time. There she is, just going into the...
And is
that Danielle Hartley still being held up somewhat?
Hartley's lost huge amounts of the last lap because of a back marker. He lost 1.3 seconds. I think there's been
the blue flag is being shown
I mean, I don't
Daniel Hartley is not very happy at all.
It's not going to affect the result. I don't think he was going to get, but it's
not
very frustrating for him because he's just seen the leader just disappear. We're about to get last lap. Let's see if we pick our leader up, please. It's about to get the last lap as she goes over the board. It's the bright yellow car. There we go. So we can give her a lap of honour. And I would say, in my opinion, though I'm not the person awarding it, driver of the day.
That's the driver of the day for me. She came from way back on the grid.
Last after the wet heat yesterday.
Yes, from last. She had two magnificent drives in the super heats. She came through to the top 5 in the second of the super heats, coming 4th. She came through into the top 10 in the first of the super heats. That put her in 4th place on the grid. And then she played a waiting game. She planned the move on Daniel Hartley, who has been the driver of the junior Primo class so far this afternoon. Daniel now in second. And here she comes through the boot for the final time of the afternoon, indeed the weekend. And it'll be Bella Faircluff who will take the win on the number 15 and acknowledges the checkered flag. Daniel Hartley through in second. Ellis Daly clinches the third and final step of the podium. Maya Simpson will be disappointed to be just off the podium in 4th. Ethan Bath 5th. 6th is Alessio Lamalfa. Jack Johnson 7th. Alfie Forrester 8th. 9th is Ewan Stevenson. And rounding off that top 10 is Carter Inskip Clarkson. There's the rest of your runners